and swift.
India versus Pakistan is probably still going on in some parts of the world, but India have another match to contend with. Even by their usually robust schedule, this one is quite a run against the clock. Barely 15 hours will have passed since the end of their game against Pakistan that they take on Sri Lanka in another vital Super Fours game. It's time to build up to that on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Match Day, powered by JBL. We've got the company of Amol Muzumdar here in our studios and Farveez Maharoof, who joins us from Colombo. I will go to you first, Amol, because this workload situation is going to be quite interesting. This is a team which is already carrying some players who are returning after long layoffs. Now, almost no time between games. How do you see India playing this out?
To be honest, they'll have a real good, honest chat in the dressing room, maybe tomorrow, and probably work it out from there. But if you ask me personally, I feel that this team hasn't played enough cricket together. They've had some layoffs. The main players we didn't see them play in West Indies. Bumrah is coming after a big layoff. So is Rahul. So I think they need a little bit of game time together on the ground. Personally, I would definitely play everyone tomorrow. Pick the best side, best 11 on the park.
That includes a Rahul, who in his first game back on that reserve day against Pakistan batted all through and kept for most of the innings?
Yes. Personally, I would definitely do it, because once you are in form, once you are in nick, no batter wants to sit out. And yes, workload management is a modern day term, but you need to handle it very carefully. And I think he's in form. Let him continue to be on the park.
Right. Farveez, from the Sri Lankan perspective, obviously 13 wins in a row, bowled out opponents in all 13 of those games. But this has to be the sternest examination they've faced in a while. And it becomes even tougher a challenge given they now come up against a side which has just scored 356 for 2.
Yeah, definitely. I think Sri Lankan team will be tested against a strong Indian lineup, especially the performance, what they just put up against Pakistan was just magnificent to see. So I reckon Sri Lanka will be tested in all departments, not just in batting, even while bowling as well as in the field. The way Virat and Rahul put us a masterpiece running between wickets as well. So I reckon Sri Lanka is up for a biggest test in the last 13 games. They've come the 14th game. They'll be tested with everything what India will throw at them.
So let's start specifically with the bowling. From the bowling front for Sri Lanka, how big a card does Mahesh Theekshana become in this game? This Indian batting order, of course, for the past week has channelized its energies towards tackling the new ball threat of Pakistan's pace attack. Now Theekshana brings a different challenge. How decisive a factor is that in this contest?
Yeah, it's going to be a massive factor. Mahesh Theekshana in the power plays in the past, he has picked up wickets, but he's coming up against quality players like Shubman Gill and Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, all these top-class players who's been batting so well in this Asia Cup. So I reckon not only Mahesh, even Kasun Rajda with a new ball, especially if Sri Lanka managed to win the toss and bat first and bowl second, he'll be a handful looking at how much the balls seamed and swing in the second half. So I reckon those two bowlers for me with the new ball in the first 10 overs will play a huge role in putting some terms in the strong batting load of India.
Amol, from the Indian batting front, what are the biggest challenges?
I think Mahesh Theekshana brings in, I mean, he's the ace in the pack. There's no question about it. If you see how Darshan Chanaka uses him in the power play, and then he brings him at an important, important time in the game. But I personally feel that Indians will have to tackle not just him, but as Farveez rightly mentioned, that if they bat second under lights, we saw today that it moved quite a bit. It did. I mean, Bumrah was making the ball literally talk. So I guess that's one thing what they will have to counter is the swing in the air, and there will be some off the pitch, some movement off the pitch as well. So that's one thing what they will have to counter it. But they are good enough, and they do have the skill set to do that.
Farveez, the batting, Kusal Mendis and Sadira Samaravikrama have stood tall through this competition. Mendis coming back to form. But you get the sense it's vital for Patum Nisanka and Dimuth Karunaratne at the top to go beyond the starts that they have been having if Sri Lanka are to have a real chance setting a total or even chasing a total against India.
It won't be easy for both the batters with Mohammad Siraj and Bumrah bowling 140 plus. The way they move the ball today and the the bounce what they got out of that Tarpon pitch will be a challenge. But at the moment in the setup, those are the two best batters going around when it comes to the opening the batting. So I reckon that will be a stern test with the new ball against two quality fast bowlers. And then you got Hardik and Shardul who bowled really well against Pakistan, bowling seam up and seaming the ball consistently. So I reckon it's a big game for Dimuth and Patum as well as Dhananjay De Silva at bat number 6. He's been quiet, very quiet in the number 6 area. So he's someone that I'm pretty sure that would like to come into the party. So overall, it's going to be a huge challenge for Sri Lanka from one to number 8 till Velalage. I think Indians will throw everything what they got at these batters.
I think it's going to be a cracker of a game because Sri Lanka have got their tail up with 13 wins in a row. Yes, it's going to be a different challenge for them because India, when they're on song, they're a different side. So I think it's going to be a big challenge for Sri Lanka and also for India as well. So I guess it's going to be a superb game to watch. Hopefully we have a full 50 over game. That's my real concern.
Yeah, that is the hope of the entire subcontinent for the most of this week. Won't ask any predictions. I know where the allegiances lie on this one. Thank you, Farveez. Thank you, Amol, for your time. Fingers are going to be crossed. Colombo has shown us a lot of rain. Can it stop? And can India and Sri Lanka finish this contest? Who do you think are the favourites? Tell us in the comment section. And be sure to catch the build-up to the game right before the toss on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Match Day powered by JBL.
Stunning looks, then swift,